you doing here?
Surprise toy review!
Oh! Talk about spontaneity. Maybe this is the true spontaneous toy review.
Well, kinda. I mean, you did let me in the house.
Yeah, but I'd do this whole setup, so it'd be really, really cute if it was like, oh my god, we just sat down and we started. But like, no, I did, like, this took a minute.
It did. We're like 10 minutes just setting up the light.
To make sure it wasn't shiny off our various,
I need some powder.
our various smooth spots.
Yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Stone with Toy Wizards at toy-wizards.com.
And I'm Scott Zillmer with toy-wizards.com. I did bring some toys.
Oh, you mean we're not just rambling, making people enjoy our banter?
Beyond that, I brought some toys.
So we're going to do a spontaneous toy review.
It's going to be a dual spontaneous toy review.
If you recall, the last time we did a review side by side together,
I don't.
Oh my god. It was a He-Man item.
Well, that works in really well with what we got today.
What do we got today, Scott?
Scareglow. And I know if you look at this box and how well they're packed, you have to assume Walmart, right? I mean, you look at that packing and you're like, that's Walmart. No.
Who gave those to you? Where did you get those?
This is Amazon, but apparently they hired Walmart packers for some reason. Now, this is where I ordered from Amazon multiple times, and sometimes I order up to 4 toys because I want to have good packages, and then I want to open some and I want to put some away. And here's why. This is why I ordered 4 Scareglows.
So all of you judgmental, mean people who call him a scalper are so wrong. He's not scalping. He's not a reseller. He's not a hoarder. He's on the hunt for one good package.
Actually, I am pretty much a hoarder. Yeah.
I'm trying to save face
I
here.
hoard these toys.
Oh, that sound. I'm so sad. Just like,
I can't say, like, would you like to pick one better than the other? Because they're both just bad.
But you know what? It is awesome that you have these and you have these now, because the next wave of them are shipping from places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth in the summer.
I just got Wave 3 shipping notification.
Where did you order it from?
From Big Bad.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And they're in Targets. But this Wave 2 is still hard to get a hold of. Some showed up at Amazon, but also sometimes at Walmart, but Target is now getting Wave 3 and up.
I saw some Battle Cats at Target.
They're getting Battle Cats, they're getting He-Man, they're getting Skeletor, but they're not getting Evil Lynn, they're not getting Teela, they're not getting Man-at-Arms.
We were discussing earlier, but will they fit together? It's going to be like the Human Centipede, or are they just going to...
I think this is like, maybe you could ship them like this in a square box, like nothing. Why would you do that?
It's so sad. Like, all you have to do is a little bit of bubble wrap.
They just had to grab a bigger box. There was that 10 seconds for that guy to grab the bigger box or the small box, and he was like, nah, I'm just gonna cram them in this small box. How acquainted are you with Scareglow?
Not as acquainted as the people who were collecting these toys in the 80s, because I got all of my Motu knowledge from the show when it was in syndication.
He was not on the cartoon.
Right, exactly. So when I was a kid, in like 1995, I was watching tons of He-Man in syndication in Israel. So that was where I watched He-Man. It was actually in English with Hebrew subtitles, but that's where I watched a whole mess of He-Man. And so with Scareglow never being on the show, I wasn't acquainted until later because he glows.
Well, let me break some news to you.
Please.
Scareglow is not Skeletor's brother.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not. He's just an evil ghost, and it says evil ghost of Skeletor, and that's wrong.
Oh my gosh.
He's not actually Skeletor. I don't know why they say that.
They think he's a faker. Like, Faker is like He-Man, but this is not Faker Skeletor.
And it says, walking horror from a different dimension, Scareglow radiates fear and terrifies his victims.
Do you think that he thinks that he's a member of the Skeleton Warriors and he's infiltrating the toy line?
Hey, I'd work with that. I mean, he can definitely join my Skeleton Warriors band of group of villains. The big thing about Scareglow is that he glowed in the dark. He came in one of the last waves of He-Man figures, and there's no difference between Scareglow or Ninjor for rarity. Scareglow is not more rare than a Ninjor. They came out in the same wave. But Scareglow is more wanted, and that's just where the economics come in of, I want Scareglow. He glows in the dark.
He's a glowing skeleton, and if he came out, did he came out also in the 80s? This is not a 90s toy.
No,
right?
no, this is 80s.
This is an 80s
Yeah.
toy. Yeah, I remember lots of glow in the dark back then. I remember the Ghostbusters set with the Play-Doh that glowed.
And they had a whole glow wave of Ghostbuster figures too.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point when we discovered we could make glow in the dark stuff, and everything was glow in the dark. Seriously. Because he glowed in the dark, because he was a skeleton, people remember him more fondly from the remaining years of the Master of the Universe line and want him more. And that's what makes him up in value. I had a loose complete one at PowerCon a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $80. And I thought, man, that's a lot for Scareglow, but that's the going rate for Scareglow. Sold him at PowerCon for $80. Now I see him going for an upwards of $300 loose.
Really?
If people are going nuts for Scareglow, this guy himself really caused some problems. There was a lot of people that really, really wanted their Scareglow. They weren't getting their Scareglows. And, effing scalpers were, of course, taking all the Scareglows.
Because this was the toy where the order was canceled on Amazon.
And it was canceled on Amazon because of the actual release date for all the figures got pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the date when they were originally supposed to be able to sell them. It got changed. And with Amazon or with a lot of mail order items, when you order something, you have to take their money and ship it within the given date. And if you change that, you have to have them okay it, or you have to give them refunds, which is why everyone's orders were canceled, and then they brought it back out later.
Yowza.
Yeah. Let's open them up.
Both of them?
That one's for you. This one's for me. It glows in the dark.
It's for me?
Yeah.
It's for me?
Yeah.
It's for me?
It's already damaged. I can't afford it, so give it to you.
Wow.
You have some Masters Universe up here. He'll go great up there, and he'll glow in the dark.
True. You know what? I'm going to stick him between my Evil Lyn and my Skeletor, and he'll be like the other man. Like, where Barbie and Ken never, did it together, but then G.I. Joe came in.
Oh, yeah. Joe got that job done. Like this whole series, too, they all come with the same book. I would have really loved if they would have give every figure their own comic. That really means a lot to me. But unfortunately, we don't. We all get the same Double Trouble comic. So.
Interesting. And this is bigger than the original comics?
No, that's about
the same size?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I have some of the comics. I do. This is nice art.
Axe is much more rubbery than the original. You will not be able to... an educated guide will not say this is an original Axe. It is very much more loose, softer material.
Do you think the new boxes that ship this summer will say new for 21?
There was supposed to be some talk that, new figures would say the new for 21, and we just haven't yet to see that.
I've seen some, like the He-Man and the Skeletors, but...
The deluxe or just the regulars?
The deluxe battle one says 21. Yeah.
Oh, does it? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
it does.
Big note is his cape is not cloth. The original cape was cloth. This is a textured,
Sorry for the
soft rubber.
Oh, God. I'm done. I'm done being loud.
She's never done being loud. Now, if you were a Master of the Universe Classics buyer, the Scareglow is also one of the most worth figures on that line. I don't think these figures, for those people that are hoarding them, we're going to definitely make a lot more of these Scareglows than the figures are. Like, you're going to have a lot more Scareglows. Somebody was on there going, we're going to put Scareglow in wave 2, right? So they knew what they were doing. They wanted to get this figure out, and they wanted to get it out to as many people as possible. It's still hard to get at times. And I say, put your Amazon orders in, put your Big Bad, put your Entertainment Earth, and you will get them. You just have to wait. And that's the hardest thing for collectors these days, is to just wait for that collector. So what do you think of his glowing personality?
I really actually was just thinking, I really like these boots.
Those are the evil
claw
boots. Yeah.
I really love these claw boots. I do have a pair in my closet that looks like them, minus the claws.
Oh, well then they're not claw boots.
They're not claw boots, but I call them my Mazinger boots. They're
okay.
bright, they're navy blue, and they go about this high. I think, did he ever have any paint on his underpants rivets?
No. That's not something they would do. Sometimes you would get a difference between the belt and the trunks, but were you peeking underneath his skirt?
Yeah, I wanted to see what was happening.
He's a ghost. He's got nothing down there. There's no bits. Yeah.
I just wanted to see what was happening between the thighs.
Yeah. That reminds me, one time I had to paint a British Bulldog wrestling figure, and he had, of course, the Union Jack on his trunks. And so for me to get the perfect decal in around his crotch area, they did send me a photo of the underside of the British Bulldog's taint. Okay? So I knew exactly how that Union Jack had to fold around his balls. And I'm like, I'll never erase this from my mind. And that's one figure that I painted that I didn't buy. I'm like, no, I've seen enough of that British Bulldog. I don't need to buy him. I'm good.
You're like, good. It's burned in there.
It's burned. I'm not going to paint. I'm not going to worry about that one for my collection, my archive.
This is heavy. I like that. This is a heavy figure.
What you're feeling in that figure is the extra weight of the cape because it's not cloth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has any extra weight per the figure than normal figures.
There's glitter in the cape too.
Yeah, I think, is there?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just you? Do you get glitter on it?
Turn yours around.
Do you see glitter? I don't see glitter.
Oh, my highlighter fell onto it.
There we go. There's no glitter on Scareglow.
Oh, yeah, it's me.
You look at me like I made this up, and you're over here bleeding glitter over everything.
I like it. He's sparkly now.
There you go. This is a nice figure. It is one of the more popular figures from Masters of the Universe. He glows. He's got an halberd. I hope they release him again later with the glow-in-the-dark halberd, because that was like a European version.
Mm-hmm.
This is the U.S. version. I also would like to see one not glow, like the original photos we got for him were the paint master,
mm-hmm.
and he wasn't glow-in-the-dark plastic. It was just the paint, and I actually like that look of him.
Okay.
Because he's not as translucent. He's like a solid white with the paint.
With a layer of paint on him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And also, that's one thing I love about these figures, is that you can get your Masters of the Universe or your Masters of WWE Universe figures and swap parts out. So there is an Undertaker that's also glow,
mm-hmm.
and you can move parts around. And you can move parts around like with your Skeletor figures and take that head off and make it glow in the dark Skeletor head. I really like how much you can take these figures apart and make your own figures, and that's a great added value to the Masters Universe Origins line.
And it moves really well. It's very sturdy. Everything, like its articulation is wonderful. I love the space he's taking up right now with, his hands like that is just really taking up space. And yeah, it's a really great looking figure.
There we go. It's like, oh, my brother, and they want to hug.
They're gonna hug? Yeah. I thought they're gonna fight. That's where my headspace is. You're like, they're gonna hug. I'm like, they're gonna kill.
There, your head just pops right off, and you can pop that head onto another figure. It's great.
His mouth is not open.
No, this is not a mouth open Scareglow. But I really hope that everybody that wants one can get one, because you don't want any collection without this figure. It is one of the figures, because it was rare in the original lineup. We all have an opportunity to buy one now, and that's what's important. And hopefully Amazon doesn't ship yours like Walmart. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. No. We do videos differently. What do you think about this figure as, not a full Origins figure collector? You have Evil Lyn. You're an Evil Lyn collector.
I'm an Evil Lyn collector. So what I do have is I have He-Man, I have Skeletor, I have Evil Lyn. I found Teela. I bought Teela, and that was for the sake of my Warrior Babe obsession. So people have heard me at this point talk about my Warrior Babe.
And Teela's two figures in one. You can have her with the snake armor to be Goddess, or you can have her to be Teela.
I really, really want. What's the one that came with the castle? Sorceress.
Dude. There's going to be two versions of Sorceress. The all-white version will come with the castle, and then they'll release a Filmation color version later on card.
That's what I am after.
Yeah, Sorceress is nice.
And I haven't pre-ordered She-Ra because I don't like her face. I think that they botched it so hard.
I got my PowerCon She-Ra and opened it up. I'm like, the package is really nice, but the figure doesn't say like the amount of money I had to pay extra to get She-Ra over the carded regular She-Ra.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to open her. I like the card.
Well, it's funny because like the last two Sunburst She-Ras that came out for, I think it was PowerCon also, there was the 12-inch She-Ra, Sunburst She-Ra, and then there was the 5-inch one, and their faces were very pretty. And then my original 5.5-inch She-Ras, the more slim ones for like the girly toy line, have really nice faces. And just the Origins She-Ra that was just announced.
You don't have to high five.
It's a makeup thing, bro.
Yeah, but he's glow in the dark. You can't see the contrast.
Should we turn off the lights?
I'm just so happy to get it. Like, it literally This is the one figure out of Wave 2 that I could not get regularly. I ordered it on Walmart, canceled it. I ordered it on Amazon, canceled it. I ordered it on Amazon again. They shipped me beat up figures. I ordered it on Amazon again.
Wow.
And then I got 2 nice ones that I can put away for my stash. So all of the Master Universe Origin figures, I have 2 mint in packages, all stashed away in a tub. And then I have everybody loose on my Snake Mountain because it's so amazing.
Yeah.
That Snake Mountain is just, oh man.
Yeah.
I have it in my entryway. Like when you come into my home, welcome to Snake Mountain, and I have a light behind the lava that makes it glow and look like fire, and it's just literally one of the best things I've spent money on.
I thought you were going to honestly sacrifice your kitchen and just be like, I don't cook in here anymore. This is just Snake Mountain.
Certainly that was a point, and right now Unicron's on its way this month.
Oh.
And that's where Unicron's going to the kitchen at this point, unless something else pops up.
That thing.
He's massive.
Dude, Unicron's big enough to like make your food. Like he could reach your fridge. Like
he's the size of a toddler. Even in planet mode, he's like bigger than a beach ball. This non-cloth cape actually is very nice.
And the glitter that fell onto mine out of nowhere is such a nice touch.
Actually, it's not bad.
No, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Like some glitter on yours?
Yeah, get some glitter on there. It's like sparkles. Actually, it actually worked. There's glitter on there now. It actually worked. Yeah. I've got some glitter on that cape, and it does improve it. So
it looks really nice. Look, we're customizers. High five.
There we go.
Bam.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up this video of us just basically talking and playing with toys.
But you know what? There's going to be more talking and playing with toys videos coming. So just to remind you guys, I'm Lauren Stone.
I'm Scott Zillner.
With toy-wizards.com. Stick with our site daily for toy news, reviews, articles, listicles, snarticles, editorials, opinion pieces. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're putting out videos all the time, and we'll catch you for the next one. So keep collecting and have fun. Bye,
everybody.